Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will presenting our group research report on the topic level awareness of Malaysians contributing to KWSP. Now, let's meet our group members, which consists of Salehuddin Bin Che Murat, Muhammmad Danial Khaliq bin Hamdan, Muhammad Irfan Amir bin Muhammad Taufik, Umi Nurliyana binti Khairudin, and Nurfarhanah Umairah binti Amirrulhisam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Salehuddin Bin Che Murat. My number is Irfan 20078. Today we would like to present about our research topic on the level awareness of Malaysian contributing to KWSP. KWSP is a social security organisation in Malaysia. Its mission to assist its member in saving money for retirement and safeguarding KWSP member savings. KWSP members include employees working in the private sector, non-pensionable employees working in the public sector, and those who have opted to contribute voluntarily by contribute a predetermined portion of their monthly wage to the KWSP. Over the course of the last few years, the government of Malaysia and the KWSP have taken a variety of steps to improve the level of knowledge and comprehension of the general population. This effort consists of public campaign, training program, and easier to use online tools that make it possible to view individual accounts and keep an eye on them to move easily. Even with this effort, it is essential to determine the current level of awareness among people and identify the areas in which they can improve. Okay, next is problem statement. Firstly, poor participation rate among those who are eligible are caused by a lack of knowledge about the KWSP. It is possible that many employees are unaware of the existence of the KWSP or the reason of its existence, which prevent them from signing up for the program. Second, a lack of awareness and preparation for retirement saving in KWSP might be a factor. Employees who are not familiar with the KWSP might not understand the significance of engaging in a long-term financial planning, which should include setting money aside for their retirement. And last one, lack of understanding regarding KWSP may lead the mischance to take a use of the various advantages and services that are currently accessible. The KWSP allow participants to withdraw funds for a variety of purposes, in addition to retirement saving, including housing withdrawal, education withdrawal, and medical expedition withdrawal.
My name is Nurfarhanah Umairah binti Amirrulhisam. My matric number is 1200826. So, for objective study, the goal of this topic is to investigate the determinant variables that influence awareness toward KWSP, such as self-efficacy, attitude toward retirement, financial literacy, and goal clarity. So, for first, our objective study is to investigate the relationship between self-efficacy between awareness to contribute to KWSP. So, number 2 is to analyze respondent attitude toward retirement could contribute to awareness toward saving in KWSP. Number 3, to determine if financial literacy influence respondent awareness toward KWSP saving. And lastly, number 4, to identify respondent that having a set goal financial influence awareness toward KWSP.
Hi, my name is Umi Nurliyana binti Khairudin. My matric number is 1200803. So I will proceed with the literature review. Basically, a literature review is a survey of scholarly sources on a specific topic. Sasyareka and Cari Nabi 2016 also determined that the level of awareness is the most important factor that motivates to make investment and also an important determinant for creating attitude towards investment and risk. In other words, awareness is the main factor that motivates investment and shape investment and risk attitudes. Starting with financial self-efficacy factor. Positive effects of financial self-efficacy on both personal financial management behavior and the link between money attitude, and these behaviors have been documented, say, by Kamar and his friends 2016. This means self-efficacy in money matters has been shown to have a beneficial impact on people's financial management habits and attitudes about money. Next is attitude to retirement. Higher education, higher income, financial literacy, retirement goal clarity, and attitude towards retirement were all found to be significant predictors of retirement planning among working individuals in Malaysia. This is according to Hassan 2016. Meanwhile, Dr. Muhammad Nizam Abdul Rashid, Chief Economist at Bank Malaysia Berhad, emphasized the importance of financial literacy education for EPF participants. This will involve discussing how inflation can influence their income and how saving and investing can help mitigate that risk. In short, both factors of attitude toward retirement and financial literacy also play the role to influence the level of awareness in financial planning, especially in KWSP. Last but not least, the results support the model proposed by Stosky and Jacobs in 2007, which states that retirement goal clarity is a powerful predictor of planning behaviors, which in turn predicts savings propensities. Clarity about one's retirement goals is a strong indicator of the planning behaviors that in turn forecast for their propensity to save for that objective.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammmad Khaliq bin Hamdan. My metric number is 1200819. So I will present about research methodology. A quantitative method was used to analyze the level of awareness of nation contributing to KWSP. There are two sections to the questionnaire, where the first section was comprised of demographic questions such as respondent gender, age, ethnicity, education, marital status, occupation, monthly income, and previous knowledge of KWSP. So the second part is about a four factor related to the level of awareness of nation contributing to KWSP. The first factor is about financial efficiency scale, then followed by attitude toward retirement, financial literacy, and goal clarity. Google Form was used to administer the survey online. During the survey's month-long open period, 252 responses were gathered. All responses are valid. So now this is the framework for our research. From original, we found that four factors, that is financial self-efficacy, attitude toward retirement, financial knowledge, and goal clarity. Its purpose is to determine Malaysians' awareness of KWSP. Okay, now I will pass it to Nurfarhanah Umairah.
So for hypothesis, we want to see if our independent variable influence positive or negatively toward our dependent variable. So for hypothesis number 1 is lack self-efficacy could lead less awareness to contribute to KWSP. This hypothesis show people that have a less awareness to contribute to KWSP influenced by lack of self-efficacy. So hypothesis number 2 is positive attitude toward retirement is more likely to contribute to a high levels awareness toward saving in KWSP. Basically, people who have this positive behavior already know the benefit in planning for retirement, so they do aware retirement scheme around them as a saving when they start to retire. So hypothesis number 3 is good financial literacy among individuals positively improve the awareness toward KWSP saving. So these people who own this financial literacy knowledge such as investment, time value of money, and others that related to the money lead them to contribute to the KWSP as they will discipline themselves. So the last hypothesis is hypothesis number 4, having a set goal clarity and financial for the future lead to the high awareness toward KWSP. This is because they believe that KWSP scheme could help they to achieve their financial goals when they at retired age. Okay, so for questionnaire design, we use structured questionnaire that consists of fixed and standardized of question. That means every in our respondent receive the same question and they will answer by their own answer preferences. So for demographic, the type of answer will be multiple choice question, and we use Likert scale question for our question, which is from 1 to 7 to measure the from totally disagree to totally agree. And we use in online questionnaire, which is we use platform WhatsApp and other platform like Instagram to distribute our question. The type question of this survey is contingency question, since the question is taken from previous research journal. So basically we create our question in the form based on the previous journal.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammmad Irfan Amir bin Muhammad Taufik. My metric number is 1200822. So for the data selection method, we use primary data and secondary data collection methods to systematically collect information. We choose to administer online survey using Google Form due to its flexibility to collect the primary data. The question was split into two sections, which are section A and section B. We use 7-point Likert scale ranging from 1 strongly disagree to 7 strongly agree. Next, for data analysis technique, the SPSS project was used to analyze all the data collected from the 300 respondents. Aside from that, the component that will be discussed in the research project is performed in combination with descriptive analysis and regression analysis. The obtained result will be displayed in diagram and table to provide a clearer perspective.
Okay, now we move to the analysis part. The first part is frequency part. If you can see in the table, these are 7 questions that we asked to the respondent. The first one is gender, second one age, third ethnicity, number 4 education, number 5 marriage status, number 6 monthly income, and the last one in the table, have you ever heard about KWSP before? Okay, next is descriptive analysis. Based on the table, the value and this one show the number of complete case with no missing data. From the output shown above, we know that the average variable of KWSP awareness of respondent in the study is 5.4542 with standard deviation of 1.33263. Following the mean of financial self-efficacy, 5.339 with standard deviation of 1.4032. Meanwhile, the variable attitude toward retirement is 5.6693 for the mean with the standard deviation of 1.3333. After that, continued by the financial literacy, where the mean is 5.4954 with the standard deviation of 1.35822. And the last one, the mean of goal clarity, which is 5.5717 with the standard deviation of 1.42187. Okay, next is reliability test. Firstly, the Cronbach coefficient was used to assess the reliability of the study instrument. A questionnaire is deemed to have reached a high level of reliability when Cronbach alpha is greater than 0.70. Based on the output shown above, goal credibility has the most substantial relationship with the independent variable is 0.944 and attitude toward retirement is 0.916, provide significant impact on KWSP awareness. The scale of financial efficiency 0.904 as well as financial literacy goal clarity 0.818 also go beyond on the 0.70 reality numbers.
Based on the table, convergent variety is being analyzed by use average loading that have been calculated using pattern matrix components. The average loading is calculated with the sum of each item or factor then divided with the number of the items. The validity of conversion is when the average loading is above than 0.7. So based on the table, it proves that conversion exists to all variables since overall average loading is above 0.7. So conversion is easy to confirming that each item in the one factor is related with each other as to explain the dimension of the factor. Okay, so for discriminant validity, based on the table is exist when the variance extracted more than correlation squares, which the correlation square is took from the component correlation matrix. For results, the discriminant validity exists in all factors, which means for each factor of this question have a strong extracted for each component of dimension, as the factor have a difference from the other factors, which have a strong independent component of the factor dimension.
We move on to the factor analysis. So for this section, we started with KMO Bartlett test. Our investigation revealed a KMO result is 0.910. This indicates a significant degree of information overlap across variables and a strong partial correlation, which is remarkable for a KMO score in the 0.90s. Factor analysis seems fine, so Bartlett's parity also tests the correlation matrix identity hypothesis. Bartlett's parity test p-value is 0.000 below 0.05. This implies high correlation. Next, proceeding with anti-image. Based on the result output, the anti-image correlation values are between 0.866 and 0.949. It therefore follows that all variables can be included in the factor analysis as the value of correlation coefficient are greater than 0.5. Okay, now for the total variance, this result has a factor with SPSS set eigenvalues larger than 1. The result indicated retaining one item from 11 with a total eigenvalue of 7.455 before stopping because the following item is below 1. This factor accounts for 67.8% of the overall variance. Thus, SPSS advised reducing 10 components to 1, but it retains 67.8% of the data for further analysis. Moving on to the script plot. The result script plot shows decreasing disparities up to the second component, and a line trying to level out the result indicates a substantial turn at the second extracted factor. The line flattens and drops over time. Thus, the script test suggests keeping one element and excluding two others to continue a proper analysis.
For rotated component matrix, it shows that each factor has extraction from the other factors, as the factor for question itself can stand alone. So, this rotated component matrix is measured by factor analysis. Absolute below above is 0.35, since the number of respondents is around 250. So this factor is been chosen to avoid redundant of the other factor. So the result is 2 items for dependent variable and 5 items for independent variable. So for in the rotated factor matrix in the table, the component 1 has a high coefficient for factor fs1 and fs2, and for component 2 is high related with fl3 and gc3, and for component 3 has a high coefficient for db1 and component 4 for db4. So for component 5 is high related with fl2.
Now I will present about regression analysis. As you can see, financial self-efficacy, attitude toward retirement, financial literacy and goal clarity are all significant predictors of Malaysian awareness of contributing to the KWSP. Financial self-efficacy is the strongest predictor, followed by attitude toward retirement and goal clarity. Financial literacy have a weaker but still significant predictive effect. In other words, people who are more confident in their financial abilities have a positive attitude toward retirement, are more financially literate, and have clear financial goals, are more likely to be aware of the KWSP and its benefits. Alright, as we can see here, there are total significant value for all variables are 0.00, suggesting a statistically significant correlation between the level of awareness of Malaysians in contributing to KWSP, and hence it can be determined an all dependent variable, which is financial self-efficacy, attitude toward retirement, financial literacy and goal clarity have a positive effect on dependent variable. That's all from me. Now I will pass to Irfan Amir to continue the presentation.
For the discussion, based on our result, this is a significant relationship between financial self-efficiency, skill and awareness of financial contributing to KWSP. Since the p-value is below than 0.05, which is 0.000. There is also a significant relationship between financial literacy and awareness of Malaysia contributing to KWSP, which is p-value is 0.001. Net is significant relationship between attitude toward retirement and awareness of Malaysian contributing to KWSP, which p-value is 0.006. Our last hypothesis have also a significant relationship between goal clarity and awareness of Malaysian contributing to KWSP, which is p-value is 0.002. So our all relationship is significant. Lastly, for the conclusion, based on this study, research has shown that financial self-efficacy, attitude toward retirement, financial literacy and goal clarity directly influence KWSP awareness. However, financial self-efficacy was demonstrated to influence KWSP awareness due to the most recent relationship significantly. Since the study explored the level of KWSP awareness among Malaysians, the finding may give an insight into future action. The study further highlight the point that a strong relationship exists between financial literacy and goal clarity and attitude toward retirement KWSP awareness. The public as a whole has to be educated of the topic of KWSP saving toward retirement and how it impact them. Okay, that's all for us. Thank you.